fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Welcome to MF Hell. Here's your host, Dames Marvs.
Thank you, Billie Jean. What's up, Loch 22 Nation? It's Dames Marvs again with some familiar faces. I gotta turn that shit off. Wow. All right, we got Frankie J. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm good.
I don't really care. Tio, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for
Likewise,
asking.
don't
Hope
give a
everybody
shit.
has a good Thanksgiving.
Don't care. All right, guys. All three of us now are familiar faces, but I have a familiar face from the past that I want to bring up. And you'll recognize him because he's been he just played the famous disappearing act. And a lot of people thought he got mad at me or we got in some kind of fight, which was not uncommon. But let's welcome back to the grand stage. It's Gabo!
Hey, everybody.
What's up,
What's up,
Gabo?
Loch 22 Nation? No, thanks for having me back, Dames. No, we did not, in fact, get in a fight despite your glaring character flaws.
Oh, my God. All right, Tio, shut up. All right, here's the thing, guys. Gobo is back, and we still don't give a shit what he thinks. But that's up to you guys. We do have a lot to get to today. We have an extra person in the same amount of time. Frankie, I want to give you a chance to talk about what's going to happen as soon as this show concludes in an hour and a half. Go ahead.
What do you want me to add?
You're going to talk about your show that goes on right after.
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly an hour after the show at 8 p.m. Central Standard or Eastern Standard Time. Jeepers. I'm off. True NFL, where T.O. and I put our spin on the trending news and stories that are happening around the NFL and outside the NFL that pertain to the NFL. So we'll be live here on our YouTube at Raw Live, Facebook, everywhere. So join us at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right after this show.
Definitely check it out because it's vastly more entertaining than this show. That said, you guys, we got to talk about week 12. We are now in week 13, holiday week. Thanksgiving games are dialed up and we're ready. There's 3 of them this year we got to talk about. And that's one of the reasons this gentleman is back, because his Packers are going to, I don't know if they're going to play, but there's going to be a game. So let's get to some news first. Then we'll go and talk about week 12's failures on my part. And T.O., look at us. You can already see on his face he's glowing today. No, he did not get laid. He just had a good week last week. All right. Let's talk news, guys. This isn't well, I'll let you decide whether this is big news or not. Buffalo adds Brandon Cooks at wide receiver. You guys obviously had struggled offensively in the last couple of games. T.O., I'll let you go first. Does this help you guys? Tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Tell
This
me
is a
about it.
huge help. I can't wait to get this guy in here and do absolutely nothing, just like the other people we have in here. No, he's not a help. He's going to do nothing. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't been good in 8 years or relevant at all. So, no, I don't understand this move. We get rid of Elijah Moore for this guy. It's the same guy to me.
All right, Frankie.
I for once have to agree with T.O. here, where in a sense that you're bringing a guy in who's old news. He's been passed around to 6 or 7 different teams. He hasn't done shit in the last few. You have Elijah Moore, who's already been sort of implemented, not only with knowledge of the playbook, but being in practices and having some plays during games. I had no issues with an Elijah Moore. In fact, I felt they should have been using him a little bit more than they did. So to make this move, is there something in-house behind the scenes that maybe Elijah Moore's attitude and personality, despite what he did on the field, didn't mix with the culture, as Todd likes to call it? Or did Brandon Cooks match that better and they're just saying we're just trading apple for apple here? I'm
All right.
confused.
These guys are not happy, Gobo. Perhaps they're just bitter Bills fans. Do you think this helps the Bills at all?
No, the boys from Buffalo are not often wrong about football, and I tend to agree here. Cooks, I don't think adds anything to that receiver core. Also, like, I'm looking at it. I mean, was this like losing Elijah Moore and replacing him with Cooks is that a salary cap issue? I mean, I just don't understand the logic. It's a clear downgrade considering the age and size difference.
All right, there you have it, folks. A clear downgrade for Buffalo, who is in desperate need of something. I thought more defensively, but I think the offense will be okay, guys. Honestly, I don't think it moves the needle either way for me. All right, same division, the Patriots. We got to talk about it, man. Um, Will Campbell, ouch, dude. This offense was bottom three of the league last year, and now they're top three in the league this year. In just 1 year, one coach, same cast, really. But Will Campbell, if you don't know, is their left tackle, just went on injured reserve. Frankie, does this disrupt the team enough to make them come back down to earth?
Okay, I'm gonna rephrase the question because that's a weird question for
Okay.
me.
When you buy a house, the first thing you get is insurance.
Yeah,
Okay, so they have Drake May. They have a left tackle that's playing at an all-pro level.
yeah,
They lost their insurance. Is the house going to burn down now?
no, the house will not burn down
All right.
because insurance is all paper, and if this guy is down, that stinks. But if the Patriots are who we think they are and what everyone else thinks they are, then they should be able to have the next man up philosophy that of a Bill Belichick. So we'll see.
All right, T.O., you and I argue offensive linemen in texts quite a bit. And based on those texts, you don't give a shit who's playing offensive line. Everybody else, everything should just be fine. Do you think this hurts them in any way?
Sure does.
See, this is
That's his
the
blind
live
side.
show. The live show is where we get the real T.O., not this trash talking motherfucker in the text messages.
It sure does hurt him.
Yeah, I think the blind side is going to be hampered considerably. Gobo, any thoughts on this? I don't know if he's out for the season, but he's definitely going to miss at least 4 games.
I mean, they put him on IR. I mean, maybe back for the playoffs, but I mean, this is a significant injury, and that's a big man who needs his mobility to protect that blind side. So, does it hurt them? Absolutely, yes. I mean, that's a starting offensive All-Pro lineman. Is it going to necessarily slow their production to a relevant level? That's where I kind of doubt it because it's like you watch New England this year, they're riding momentum. All right, their offense is moving, their defense is playing great. They got Vrabel in there, who's made a lot of like really positive change in that culture. So I think the Patriots are probably still fine, still probably gonna, if not top the Bills, at least give them a run for that division. But yeah, it's still you can't lose your starting left tackle and say it's a good thing.
Yeah, and we're still at the point with these guys offensively that we're not like it's not like we've seen this juggernaut offense over 3 years. Like they're still like, is it really a thing? I'm still in that phase. I'm sure the Buffalo fans are definitely like, I hope this isn't true. I hope this isn't happening. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to JSN, you guys. I don't really talk about Seahawks players because I don't want to seem like a homer. But this guy, you're laughing, but this guy leads the league in receiving yards by 260. The next closest guy is 260 yards away. He's sitting right now at 1313. That's 1,313 yards on the season with 6 games to play. To get to 2,000, which would be unheard of, he would have to average 114 per game. Right now he's averaging 127. I'm going to let Gobo go first since he was laughing. Do you think it's possible with the Sam Darnold offense, mind you, that a receiver hits 2,000 yards?
I will say that Smith and Jigba is the best wide receiver in the league this season for sure. I'm laughing because you had the audacity to say you don't talk about anything Seahawks related on this show. Like I haven't been gone that fucking long, dude. But yeah, could Smith and Jigba hit 2,000 yards? I really doubt it. I think that the Seahawks are going to continue to run that division, but like that means just like so much consistent play, no bad turns, no bad throws. Like I mean, I don't want to say he's lucky. I don't want to take anything away from him. I just don't think 2,000 is terribly realistic.
Fair enough. Frankie.
I think the kid has this natural ability to be a wide receiver. He's very smooth. He's very accurate in the way he runs his routes. He's able to make some catches that other receivers would make look hard, and he does it without getting hurt. So for me, I think he's an up and coming talent. Do I don't know if I see that 2000 coming, but I mean he's well on his way to being a great player as long as he can stay healthy. That's what it's about these days in the league: staying healthy, not getting hurt.
Yeah, I'll respond before I pass it on to To for the final word here. I I don't think that a 2,000 yard season is possible. I honestly don't. Even though it's 10 yards below what he's averaging now, it's just too much to expect. And then once you get to the final games, playoff implications, who's sitting, who's not. Um, Gilbo said something interesting about us running the division. You forget about a team called the Rams, my friend. They're problematic, and we may have to play them 3 times a year this year, and we may lose to them 3 times this year. That said, To, what are your prognostications for the young man? That's
I go by law
historic.
of averages, and I think, barring injury, it's a lock. I look at the teams he's going to play. Poor secondaries in all of them. You got the Colts, Rams are pretty good, but then you got the Panthers and the 49ers to finish the year off. If he's anywhere close in that 49ers game, I figure they feed him. Yeah, there's no one stopped him yet, and he's averaging more than that.
It's true. There hasn't been
And they're
anyone that's
not going to be
really
sitting because of the Rams and because the division's tight. The 49ers keep winning. They can't afford to sit, I don't think.
look at this like real analysis from this guy. Where's this guy in the text stream? I wonder. All right, guys. Um, Lamar Jackson practiced. He's going to be on the field moving forward. I know that To is a fan. I don't know if you're a fan necessarily, but you've projected good things for them. Where do you see them landing with a healthy Jackson from this point on? What seed do you think is reasonable for them to get to?
Oh, I don't know. I think they lose in the first round.
But is that a
They're going to win the division. So
okay?
what is that going to put them in? Three, two,
Probably
three?
three. Probably three.
Yeah. Okay.
Frankie, do you feel optimistic about this Baltimore team with a healthy Lamar Jackson?
Well, as I've been very clear about in the past, I'm not a huge fan of Lamar Jackson. But before I go on with my answer to that question, anywhere anyone's listening, if it's on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, definitely drop comments. We can see them and we'll respond. In any event, Lamar Jackson to me has never been the guy. I think he's playing semi unhealthy right now. He might have come back a little bit. They are on a winning streak. Do I see them making a little bit of noise going into the playoffs? Yeah. But I just don't think he's 100% Lamar right now. I just don't. And there, if there's any question about him, is it can he stay as healthy as he is now and get better, or could he, re-aggravate an existing injury? So I'm with Todd on that. They win the division, but they don't win the first playoff game they're in.
Yeah, we are gonna say what do they say? It's week 13. No one's 100% in this league right now. Gobo, final words. What's the ceiling for Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens?
And I hate to beat a dead horse on this show, but I mean, I agree with almost everything you guys are saying. Like they're gonna win the division, and I think it's a really sad state of affairs is that the AFC North is kind of like the worst division in professional football this year, and the Ravens, even with Jackson missing half of their games and them playing just abysmally without him, are still going to probably clamp down the division. But here's the thing: he's dealing with his third independent injury of the season that he's playing now hurt with, and they cannot win without him. So it's a sad state of affairs. I kind of feel bad for Ravens fans this year, but not too bad.
I
All right,
never feel
Ravens.
bad for him. Sorry.
All right, Ravens fans, chime in. What do you guys think is the ceiling for your club? Speaking of three separate injuries, To brought this to my attention, our attention, I should say, on I don't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before that, but we had some information on Jackson Dart having suffered 3 concussions already this
Like four.
season. 4?
Four.
And I know we've had this debate, and this is going to live forever in infamy because Frankie had agreed to argue that playing players is the way to go, regardless. And he he dropped the donkey on that one, and it made me defend it, which I didn't want to do. But I will defend it now, dude. Mike Kafka. Let's talk about it. He's got a decision here. All right, Jackson Dart is still. This is his third week in concussion protocol. That means that was a bad. That was like a Troy Aikman level assassination on his brain. Okay, now they're 2-10, guys.
Yeah.
That means two things to me, and I'll open this up for anybody that wants to comment because I think some of you will just be like, no, and some will be like, yeah, I got shit to say. So we'll go in a round circle. We'll go Frankie, then Tio, then Gobo can close it out. But here's my sentiments: 2-10. You're already in the top 5 for draft picks right now. You lost a bevy of awesome players already this year. Just throw Russell Wilson in there. Throw Jameis Winston in there. Whatever. Get your draft pick. Get your guys healthy because this team is still playing at levels that are competent, right? With all these injuries. But there's no reason. It doesn't matter at this point. They're 2-10. They're done. Go ahead, Frankie.
They're officially the first team that was eliminated from playoff contention this year, just so everyone knows. For me, I'm all about playing them until the season's over. But at this point, you're 2-10. You suck ass. All your guys are injured. You got Scatapoop doing videos and being a weirdo online, doing his thing. You got Jackson Dart, who's his like best buddy. They should just go hang out together, be concussed together, get healthy together. Come back next year with a new head coach. Get your players back on the field. Yes, you've showed that you're gritty and that you can win some games. Little late. You're 2-10. You're out of the playoffs. Now you save your players, get your draft picks, and move on with life. Because let's face it, the Jets, the Giants, they're just not going to ever be good. So really, who cares? Like, not in a bad way, but let them do what they're going to do. It comes down to player safety if you want to get technical.
Tio?
That's what I was going to lead with because this is a great move by the Giants to protect the player from himself. Clearly, he has a problem protecting himself and getting down when he's supposed to. This is his 4th concussion. Heaven forbid he gets 5 in one season, and they let him back in a 2 and whatever season, and we're looking at this in a whole different light. So good move by them. Get your draft pick, get another receiver. I'd probably get a quarterback because at this point, you never know.
So just to clarify before I give Gobo the last word, they are anticipating him returning to practice this week for a potentially start on Monday night. Go ahead, Gobo. Last word.
Okay, so yeah, obviously that would be a terrible decision at 2-10. The kid's obviously significantly injured. New York, I mean, it's like, how do you make every single bad move as a GM? It's just like everybody you pick doesn't know how to protect themselves or play at the next level. All of the veterans you pick are completely washed up. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I'm a Giants fan, I don't see the tunnel out of this. They show like hope and little gleams of being a competent team, but they just like it never comes together. So no, do not put that young man I almost called it onto the battlefield, but don't put that young man on the field of any kind. Like, yeah, he's at risk, significant risk of long-term injury.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a thing for Tua. It forced Aikman into retirement all those years ago. It's nothing to be trifled with. We all know Junior Seau's story. Yeah, just I'm pleading Giants. Frankie, you look like you either are spazzing out or you have something that you want to say. Go ahead.
Well, both. My thing is this: is it's New York City. Shut up, Todd. It's a big market. A big market. The New York. They're trying to keep the fans reeled in at the expense of the health of a kid that can't think for himself, probably doesn't even know how to run a bank account, and he's got 4 concussions. So it comes down to the market and the company, the Giants in this case, wanting to put their best product on the field to keep fans coming.
No, you're reading way too much into it. Just because he practices doesn't mean he's going to play. They might not name him the starter, but that's just gamemanship. They're going to have the other team game plan for both quarterbacks. I don't find that outlandish at all. I don't think he plays. If he does, next week we'll be on here saying what a dumb move, because what a dumb move that would be.
There you go, folks. Chime in on our comments section. Whether here you're watching it live or you watch it after the fact, leave us a comment. We definitely want to know your thoughts on pretty much everything. And thank you guys for sharing the live. We really appreciate getting it out to as many people as possible. All right, I'm staying with the Giants for just a moment. This doesn't require comments from anybody, but Mike Kafka is the interim coach. He fired the defensive coordinator, Shane Bowen, and he promoted the linebackers coach to be, I know his name escapes me now, but that's a move that he's made going forward. He's been going with Jameis Winston over Russell Wilson, which looks like a really good move. Jameis Winston's a personality that I could watch on every team. He is insane. He's the definition of insanity. All right. Let's talk about Shedeur Sanders. All right. I know that we got two topics left, and they're both Browns related. Shedeur Sanders, I'm glad we have Gobo here, and I wanted him here for the news section because he's Colorado faithful. That's his team, and we wanted good things for him, and then the draft day came, and then the second draft day came, and the third draft day came, and he went to the Browns as the second quarterback that they drafted in that draft. So we were like, oh, man, this guy is hosed. He has no humility whatsoever, and apparently he's never going to learn any. Before the game, he's like, they're finally giving the fans what they want. And then after the game, he's like, people thought I would fail. It's not going to happen. Even though it was the fucking Raiders, dude. It was the Raiders, okay? You beat the Raiders, all right? And he's got a big task coming into San Francisco, or I guess they're coming to him. But I'm hoping that San Francisco teaches them a little bit of humility, even though I kind of don't want them to win. I kind of want I'm in a thing. Gobo, you take first play here on Shedeur.
Sure.
Is he ever going to learn some humility? And do you care?
No. I mean, honestly, like, I mean, I hate to refer to his dad, but it's like, okay, so did you see Dion was at the game in the press box wearing a giant cowboy hat like a jackass? Like he didn't just lead Colorado to one of their worst seasons in team history. We lost by 49 points to Utah, and you wear a cowboy hat in public. I'm sorry. Like, let's start with that. On top of that, like Shedeur is not an elite talent. He's not a quarterback who was ever going to be ready as a rookie. Going to the Browns is really unfortunate because he's not going to get any development there. No, I think that if he wins this game against San Francisco, like I'll come back on the show and I'll, talk about all the ways that I'm wrong and terrible. I don't see a world where a competent defense slows him down. Like you said very eloquently, Dames, it's the Raiders. They're maybe the worst team in the league.
All right, Frankie.
I could beat the Raiders on PlayStation 5 with an original Nintendo controller. So let's put it this way. He said what he said before the game, and there was a reel going around on when he went up to Max Crosby after the game and said, I don't know, they said, good game, whatever. And he says, man, you were trying to kill me all game. And Max Crosby kind of said to him, very straight-faced, that's what I do. That's my job, to, crush you. And it was just the most awkward thing. And then he kept celebrating. He's a me, I, and my dad's the bomb, and I'm going to be there with him in the Hall of Fame. So he's just got the worst attitude right now, especially after you beat one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst. I hope San Francisco humbles them. Sorry, Dames. I know that you have this thing with San Francisco division, Seahawks, all that stuff. However, I do want to see San Francisco put a licking on them.
Me too, actually.
Did I use that properly this time?
Yeah. You didn't say lick his ass.
There you go.
Like you did last week. I want to see San Francisco lick his ass. San Francisco being the appropriate team to do that, right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say this is the wrong program for that. But
That's right. That's another Loch 22 show. Tio, let's say Shedeur wins these 4 games, and then they continue to start it. Are you putting your future in him?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think he's the most talented quarterback in the draft. I told him this. I told Frankie this before. He was blackballed from the NFL because of the way he talks and his attitude. What else does Cleveland need? You probably need somebody like that. I don't give a damn what people think of him or how arrogant he is. He won. If he comes out this week and beats San Fran by the score of 9-3 or something goofy, I'll give it to him again.
I mean, we'll certainly have a conversation next week if that happens. I mean, I'm all for him beating San Francisco, but
This has upset written all over it.
I mean, God, can someone please just coach him out of this?
Why?
Because I hate it.
That's what that's what I like.
I can't
I
root for
like
this
that,
kid.
but I like that just by him walking out on the field, it can throw the other team off. I love it.
All right. Well, it's very, very, very early in his career, so we'll see
And
where it
you
goes.
see the sack leader of their team, the bread and butter of their team, how much he embraces them, how much he gets up for that. I love it. And I love
Well,
it for Cleveland.
think about what Miles Garrett's been through quarterbackally speaking with that
And he said-
organization.
And he
I
said from the
mean,
beginning this guy should be in. I'm
well,
gonna take
and
his
we
word.
talked about that. They had to teach him humility somehow, keep him on the bench for a little bit, and
Yeah.
he didn't learn shit. So, well, it is what it is. He is who he is. Um, I don't know. His dad backed it up. Back it up, Shador. That's all you can do. Otherwise, you're
It's hard to back it up in Cleveland, but
it's
I mean,
nonsense.
he's doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, good
He
win.
did all right. He wasn't great. He wasn't terrible. He was all right.
Good win. I was excited when he threw that first touchdown pass. That was exciting. And then that long bomb that almost was a touchdown. That was the exciting plays, man. Cleveland is in need of stuff like this, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. I had Russell Wilson as my quarterback for 10 years, who was like, "Oh, you sacked me. Congratulations, sir." You know, just ultimate respect, sure. All right. Staying with Cleveland, this is our last piece. T.O., I saved this for last because you are my conspiracy guy. Okay. Let me set the table for you.
Okay.
Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, two of the worst scoring offenses in the National Football League. Vegas had the over under at 35 and a half points. Okay? Are you following me?
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
taking the under on that all day long, as did everybody, because they're the two worst scoring teams in the NFL. So you have a scenario where the game's over. It's 24-10. Cleveland Browns are driving. They get down to the 29-yard line. They're on the 29-yard, not the other side. We're talking 40-yard field goal, chip shot. What do the Cleveland Browns do with 52 seconds left? They punt, leaving the score at 34 total points. Obviously, 3 more points pushes it to the over. Vegas goes nuts. T.O., tell me
I
what's going on here.
well, you know, it's in front of your face. We already know what's going on here.
Well, you know, but you tell the rest of
Yes,
us.
and I would any bet that is 75% or more, I would be very worried about what the NFL is going to do to that game. We've seen it tons of times here. We've seen it in the Buffalo game, and you'll continue to see it because that's the moneymaker.
I mean, this is the first like real example that I've seen in my that's just so absurd to punt from the 20. Like, you're not running up the score at that point.
No.
It's 27-10 is no different than 24-10. So who gives a shit? Gobo, you go ahead, and then I'll give Frankie the last word.
Sure, sure. I try not to be much of a conspiracy theorist. I do have a couple if anyone wants to know offline later, but yeah, this is funky. This is that there's no logical reason to do it the way that they did it. I mean, even if they wanted to, they could have taken a knee and been in the same situation, like if they were worried about player safety or whatever. Um, I just don't really understand it, and this is not the first time we've seen some amount of collusive activity. I think the AFC Championship game for you Buffalo fans last year was a really great example of the NFL trying to assert a narrative that they thought the public wanted or would make them more money. And then so now it's like the game, and it doesn't help that the game is in Vegas as well. So that's all I'm going to say.
Right, Frankie, go ahead with your final thoughts on this.
It's just weird to me. I think I said this a long time ago. T.O. will remember specifically when they first got in bed with these betting companies, your FanDuel, your DraftKings, all that. Once they got in bed with them, that there would be a lot of scandals coming. There'd be a lot of things coming, and I was, everyone kind of semi disagreed with me saying no, that they can't do that. They'll get caught. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. But there's always somebody that has an open pocket, no matter how much money they have already. And money is the root of all evil. I saw this coming. I'm not surprised. I think you're going to see a lot more of it come out as we progress through the year. The new year's here, and you're going to start seeing a lot of things happen with these gambling things.
It's the same shit. People are just opening their eyes.
Yeah, we'll try and keep you guys abreast of the situation as the season unfolds. Well, guys, that's the news from Loch 22 Productions and Raw Live Studios. Yes, Raw Live Productions is sponsoring Raw Live Studios, which is where we're coming to you live. So I want to throw a shout out to those boys. Thank you guys. It's a game changer. Thank you guys for sharing the link. Comments still welcome. Let us know what you think about gambling in the NFL. Let's talk week 12. I've been dreading this moment since the first game in Buffalo. Or in Houston, I should say, because it did not start well for any of us. I'll go over the numbers first, and then we'll talk about how we got there. All right, guys. T.O. takes the week. He was 12-2. That's phenomenal. Keeping in mind that he picked Cincinnati over New England as one of his misses. Dummy. He should be 13-1. Actually, he should be 14-0 because Buffalo should have beat Houston, but that's another story. We'll get there. Frankie J, just behind him again. Another great week, 11-3. That puts you at 93-68 on the season for 58%. 58%. T.O., you raised yours from 50% to 63 in 1 week. But I want you guys at home to keep in mind, this dumbass has only been doing this for 3 weeks. So much easier to raise your percentage that amount of points. I dropped from 67 to 66%, going 8-6 on the week. That's my worst week. My worst week. That's an average week for Frankie, but that's my worst week of the season. And I'm now sitting at 106-55. Now let's talk about how we got there. Because the only one that cares about those numbers is the three of us. So I really don't want to waste a lot of time on it. All right, we got Thursday night football. Buffalo goes to Houston. Houston, we have a problem. No CJ Stroud, no problem. Is Mills a better? I know that some of you made that argument. Frankie, I'll let you go on this game first. What happened?
Well, the Bills didn't show up. It was a short week. Hence why I think the NFL, Roger, if you're listening, get rid of the Thursday night football. I think that's a beast for any team. They weren't there. They didn't show up. Josh got sacked a gazillion times. The defense just let everything happen. Does it mean Mills is a good quarterback? No. It just means that the Bills were just a god-awful team that night, and they already have a bad defense. So it was just a perfect breeding ground for a huge, what I would call, upset. Preseason, I did predict they would lose this game, but not like this. So for me, do I think Mills is better than Stroud? No, I think they're equivalent to each other, if you want my honest professional analysis.
Sure. T.O., last week, you talked about how Buffalo struggled last time they played Houston. And not specifically Buffalo, but Josh Allen specifically. It's had a couple of turnovers in a couple straight weeks. I'll let you go ahead and give your thoughts on the game, but if you could maybe mention a little bit about what's going on with Josh Allen, that'd be great too.
Well, he got married, happy, and now he doesn't care about football. No, I don't want to say that. But what I will say is their game plan is terrible. The Bills' game plan is terrible. If it's 3rd and 2, we should do what the Eagles do, and we're pushing the guy until the first down. We're boring. We should just be doing boring things to win these games. That he was sacked so many times, trying to play hero ball again, and we see where that ends sometimes in turnovers. And that guy sacks us 8 times. By the 3rd time, somebody else needs to be hitting that guy, chipping him, hitting them. We didn't do any of that. We did nothing. We just pretended like we'd be fine on the next play, and we weren't.
All right, Gobo, 10
And 70.
seconds.
Yeah.
Uh, sorry, Bills will be back. Yeah, this was a bad loss, but prime time, crazy shit happens.
It's true. It's prime time. That's another. All right,
And a
then you got
short
the
week.
Jets. You got the Jets. Yeah, on a short week. Yeah, and you're banged up. Jets go to Baltimore, and they did Jet things. Baltimore did Baltimore things. We all picked Baltimore. I don't really have too much to say on it. Anybody else?
Yeah, move on.
All right. Then you had an interesting game, Pittsburgh at Chicago. And gosh darn it, I said I wanted Chicago to win. I wanted to pick Chicago. I've been picking Chicago. I'm still not sold on Chicago. I picked Pittsburgh because I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to play. Um, he didn't. And well, 28-31 was a really an exciting kind of game, actually. Go ahead, Tio. You pick Chicago. Why?
I don't know why. There's such a hard team for me to figure out and pick. But going by what I said with the Ravens taking that division last week, I figured Pittsburgh had to lose.
You needed this one. All right, Frankie. How about you?
Aaron Rodgers, my bad, showed you that he's not going to put a little duct tape on and go out there and play a game. So I'm not surprised. I picked Chicago just because I felt they were the better team. They were at home. At home is a big. I mean, where you play is a big deal to
I
me.
agree.
And you had Pittsburgh coming in with the "I own the Chicago Bears" narrative starting to brew, and then all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers, oh, my wrist, and I can't play, and I'm just going to stand on the sidelines without even having an earpiece in. So that's how that went.
Great. Gobo, you didn't have a pick last week with us, but I want to ask you about the Bears in maybe 20 seconds. How are you
Sure.
feeling about the Bears these days?
I mean, for one, fuck the Bears. We'll lead off with that. Most obnoxious fan base in the NFL. But also, like, I did pick them to win this game. I think the Bears are very like, I think that this week is going to be a big indicator of where the Bears actually are, though, when they have like a stronger opponent. The Steelers, I just have not been impressed with at all this week, this entire season. I think that, especially even without Rodgers, even with Rodgers, is like, I don't know. I just like, I think that they're inconsistent on offense. I think their defense is starting to age out a little bit. Um, they're not competing with the Ravens for that division lead, even though Lamar's been hurt a bunch of times. It was an ugly game, and it was freezing in Chicago, but it was no fun to go to. Yeah, fuck the Bears. I'm not super worried about it yet. If we get them in the playoffs, I'd be happy to go to Soldier Field.
You missed this, but T.O. the week before last said the Bears were going to finish last in the division, and then of course they won, and then they won again. And he owned it. He was like, "Yeah, I was wrong." He's like, "I was wrong," and that takes a man. T.O., I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you off the hook.
Thanks.
I think it was early. It was a good thing to try and say, but once it happened, and we're like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
Well, the problem is Minnesota screwed it up.
Yeah.
I still think they could finish second last.
I'm not 100% away from that yet either, because it is the Bears. We don't know. I really don't know. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not willing to say that Caleb's good. There's not a lot of things I'm not willing to do there. All right, this next game, New England at Cincinnati. I'm just going to let T.O. None of us need to say anything. I'm just going to let T.O. talk about why he picked Cincinnati.
I'm just going to have to apologize to New England. I really thought, and it was looking good for a minute there. It was looking pretty good, and they did play the way I thought they were going to play. Close, tough, but they just couldn't do it for me.
Yeah, 26-20. Yeah, move on. This next game might be one of my favorite games of the season to have watched. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a Jameis Winston fan, but his personality, I wish that more players were like, win or loss, dude. He's the same guy, win or loss, fans first. He's just a solid dude. Like, he may be crazy and like overly positive, but he's overly positive in like a quirky way that Russell Wilson could never comprehend. And it's so funny to me that they're on the same team. Giants go into Detroit. take it to overtime, and then they give up a 69-yard run. We all picked Detroit. Does anybody have anything to say on this game?
No, I think I
Jameis
said
Winston.
Gibbs is going to
Everybody
run.
does.
I think I
Go
said
ahead.
Gibbs is going to run away with this one, and I think he did.
Yeah, T.O., you called it. Frankie, anything?
Jameis Winston's weird. I wouldn't want to play on his team.
He is weird. I'll give you that.
He's a good teammate.
He's weird.
So what?
Okay. By that rationale, T.O. should not be on the show.
Exactly. Weird people matter.
Go ahead, Gobo.
So, okay, NFL, if you're listening, Roger Goodell, shoot me an email. For the Pro Bowl, make Jameis Winston the quarterback of both teams. Like when we were kids and we played flag football in the yard and there was one guy who was all-time quarterback, that should be Jameis during the Pro Bowl because that's what we want. God damn it, we want him playing in a game that doesn't matter.
You know what's
He's
funny?
so fun.
That's the exact phrase that it was. I'm all-time quarterback.
Yeah, all-time QB.
If you played street football or backyard football anywhere, there was that guy. I'm all-time quarterback, and that's what – I mean, I don't know how that developed across the entire country with no internet, but that's how it was. I'm all-time quarterback, and I hated that guy. All right. So good job, Detroit. We were all right on that. So moving on to the Green Bay, Minnesota game. Minnesota stinks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they stink. J.J. McCarthy stinks. We all picked them. Go ahead. I'm just going to let Gobo be the only one that talks on this one.
Yay, I love it. So for one, Micah Parsons, 3 sacks in that game. Out of the 5 sacks that we got to JJ, he's the worst quarterback in the league. I will say that right now. He's the worst starter in the league, and that is a hard statement in today's NFL. But he can't throw accurately, he can't run, he can't read defenses, he holds on to the ball too long, he commits penalties. The dude's going to be working at Ace Hardware next week.
I feel like you just described Geno Smith.
I think he's worse.
Okay.
Geno played okay for the Seahawks.
Geno can hand the ball off.
Different. Don't even mention Geno as a Seahawk ever again. Worst nightmare of trying to defend that fucking guy every week.
You did a decent job.
And now I have to do it with Sam Darnold.
Would you rather have McCarthy or would you rather have Kyler Murray?
Or Kyler Murray? I'd take Kyler Murray in a heartbeat.
Really?
Over J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, they both suck.
I realize you guys are just going because I picked Kyler Murray, but you're not considering who I picked him over.
Yeah, I just thought it was a hard choice.
If you say neither, it's a cop out, and you're not really. You gotta land somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's Kyler Murray 100 times out of 100 over McCarthy. 100.
I'll take the guy that can see over the line.
All right. Well, either way, we're both fucking losing. So it doesn't matter. All right, guys. This is the game where I mute T.O.'s mic because I really don't want to. Actually, do want to hear. I want to hear you say it on the show. Indianapolis goes into Kansas City. Kansas City's on the ropes, guys. Indianapolis has been great all year. They've had a couple flubs. They've had a couple games where Danny Dimes turned back into Daniel Jones, right? But it wasn't the most recent game before that. He comes into Kansas City, plays pretty well, loses to the Chiefs. T.O., I'm going to let you go first because then I want you to just shut up and listen.
All right. I don't know how anybody would pick against the Chiefs at a moment like this where it was crunch time and we're looking at the NFL. And like I've said, you picture in the NFL playoffs without Mahomes in it, you're a fool. A fool.
So you're saying they're making the playoffs?
For sure. And I'm going to go as far as say I think that they come here. We're probably 6th. They probably finish 7th. And I think the AFC Championship game is going to be played in Buffalo before we tear that stadium down.
All right. Before I...
And if that is true, I might even think that the Bills might win that game.
Oh, he's throwing a might out there. All right, Frankie, before I let you go, let me remind you that if I picked the Chiefs every time, I would have a 500 record.
Mhm.
So I don't. You can't come at me and say that I'm stupid to not pick the Chiefs. Now, when you add in this situation, that's another animal altogether. That's what the only thing that gives your argument credibility. And as far as the Mahomes versus Danny Dimes, I don't look at that because they're never on the field at the same time. So there's 52 other guys that have to help determine the outcome of this game. And if I look at it, Mahomes got a ton of yards, but without Harrison Butker's right leg, they lose this game. So, Frankie, go ahead. Tell me why you were with me on Indeed. Why you were dumb with me.
It wasn't dumb.
Yeah, you were. You picked Danny Dimes.
We
over
lost,
Mahomes.
Frankie. We lost.
They should have won that game. They should have won that game. But if we're gonna go along with the TO narrative and Pat Mahomes being the face of the NFL and Taylor Swift coming in and swifting her little skirt up in the wind like Marilyn Monroe, then yeah, I was wrong, and I picked the Indianapolis Colts when they're supposedly the best, most powerful team in the AFC this year with Danny Dimes. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about
All right.
that.
I do want to ask Tio one more thing. I'm not sure what Gobo must be masturbating or something. But Tio, do you at all did you just laugh when Steichen was like, we're punting on 4th and 4 in regulation and then punting again in overtime?
No, you want to know when I knew I wasn't going to lose this game?
I was like, you're
When there were 16 flags in the first quarter, all going in KC's direction. I sat there and I said, no way I lose this today.
Were you as confident when it was 20-9?
I was confident the
going into
whole way.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, I knew
God,
that.
I
Yes.
hate. God, I fucking hate you.
I was.
Gobo, last word on this game.
Yeah. So, and I apologize. My equipment was dying. I had to move some cords around, so I
That's
didn't.
fine. We
Didn't
need
think everybody wanted to watch that.
brevity. We need brevity because we're running on time.
Brevity.
Remember?
Okay, brevity. Yeah, the Chiefs suck. I picked the Colts to win this game, but sure enough, yeah, Danny Dimes and the refs, yeah, just couldn't overcome it in the end. It'll be an interesting playoff matchup.
Chiefs suck. All right, we'll leave it at that. That blows my mind. What do you guys think in the comments?
The-
All right, Seattle at Tennessee, guys. Seattle's the most boring team in the NFL to watch. I'm saying that as a diehard fan my entire life. I don't enjoy watching this team play right now, and I think it's because they get up and then they just go dormant and they don't really care. I mean, their defense is ridiculous. The connection between Sam Darnold and Jigba, who went from third receiver last year, losing DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett to a number one. It's scratching my head why this never. What are you doing? Why this never happened before? But boring team. They're winning. I guess that's all I care about. Anybody have anything to say?
Good team.
Good team. They beat Tennessee.
Good.
All
Good
right.
team. Hard division.
That tells me we should move on. All right, you got the giant cock of Trevor Lawrence going to Arizona. Maybe it shrivels up in the desert. No, it doesn't. They win. They beat Arizona. I picked Arizona, even though I don't like them and I wanted Jacksonville to win. I made some risks. I took some risks this week, guys. It was bad. So you guys don't need to defend your pick. I can't defend mine. So let's just move on.
Well, Trevor Lawrence did pick his nose on the sideline. I have a video of it. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I mean, if that's the greatest thing that happened in this game, then
it's pretty
yeah.
great.
That's pretty great. All right. Cleveland at Vegas. We talked about this one already. Frankie, you picked the Raiders.
Yeah.
It's indefensible.
I felt bad.
You should, because otherwise you had a good week, dude. You only missed on Buffalo and Indy.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, those are two hard games to pick, and then you fucking picked the Raiders.
Yeah.
Indefensible.
I had an unclear moment.
All right, this one makes me mad. Philly goes to Dallas. I did tell you guys that Dallas was going to score, and their offense is great. But I didn't expect Philly to go up 21 and then completely just fall off the face of the planet. I'm open. Whoever wants to go ahead.
Tio.
I like Dallas, but they're not good. But they are.
All right,
That's
you
why
guys
I picked them.
you
That's
guys
why I
heard
picked
it.
him in this one.
He likes Dallas and Kansas City. Remember that. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Bad Bills fan. Bad Bills fan.
All right. Anyone else? Honestly, Dallas. They did it, dude. They 24 unanswered.
Yeah.
God dang.
They have the bones of a good team. They just can never pull it together when it matters.
I will remind Frankie that he said Dak Prescott sucks.
Yeah, he always says that. It's
He does.
nonsense.
I agree with
just gonna
that.
remind you of that.
Thank you.
All right. Atlanta at New Orleans. I picked New Orleans. I'm ashamed of myself.
And then you
But the
break my balls
alternative-
for picking Vegas.
The alternative was picking Atlanta. I mean,
Well,
I mean, without their quarterback. It turns out New Orleans played without their quarterback too. And I'm not talking about injury. They just don't have a quarterback. Yeah. So 24-10, not even a good game. Then you got Tampa Bay at the Rams. Baker Mayfield gets hurt in the first half when it was already over. 34-7, just decimation, guys. The Rams are fucking good. I think they are the best team in the NFL right now. And I hate saying that. It hurts my soul to say that. Let's just talk about Monday Night Football. This is interesting to me because Frankie said it was going to be low scoring. I think under 30 points, he wins. He wins. All right, we both made fun of him. It was 20-9 was the final score. Dude, the first half, Brock Purdy has 3 interceptions. And just the statistic that they threw out was on throws 15 yards or more, he has 6 interceptions to 1 touchdown. And remind you, he's missed like 5 games. Okay? So keeping that in mind, inside the red zone, Bryce Young runs for a first down. On the very next play, they're throwing left for the end zone. He's got 4 yards in front of him, wide open, that he can just walk into the end zone. And he throws an interception to the back of the end zone. And I'm just like, I defend you every week, dude. Just walk 4 yards and you got it. They lose 20-9. We all picked the Niners. We all should have picked the Niners. But I need to see more from Bryce Young, guys. Not gonna. All right. Then you had bye week from Denver. You had bye week from the Chargers, the Dolphins, and Gobo's Washington Commanders. All on bye week. Okay, guys. That's week 12. Wrapped up. Nice little bow. Merry Christmas. Let's talk Thanksgiving. Let's talk week 13, guys. This is where this is Moneyball. And this is where Gobo gets to come back in as a full participant. We got 30 minutes to get through 16 games. Let's do this. Gobo, you're first. The first game, kickoff at, noon for me. On Thanksgiving Day, that's tomorrow. Green Bay at Detroit. Who you got?
My goal is to be drunk by the time the game starts. But yes, I think our Packers are going to take it. And the reason why, Josh Jacobs is back in the mix. Our run game is pretty good. So that way, if our defense holds up, Love doesn't even need to play that well. Detroit had a shaky win last week. They can score a lot of points, but I don't know. It's Thanksgiving. Last time we played the Lions at Thanksgiving, it was pretty. We lit up the sky. So,
all right,
Packers.
I'm taking Detroit. I'm not going to give a reason. It's Thanksgiving. They're at home. Go ahead, Frankie.
I'm going to take Detroit at home.
Dun dun dun. Is that it?
I'm taking Green Bay. 5 Lions offensive starters out. the Lions in shambles, I think you see some Parsons.
All right, that's fair, dude. They are rather banged up on the offensive side of the ball. And we know if you guys put pressure on Goff, we saw that happen earlier this year. Micah Parsons is going to be that guy. But I'm still picking Detroit. All right.
Okay.
Tio, coming to you first on this one. You love Kansas City
Huh.
and you love the Cowboys. Kansas City goes to Jerry World on Thanksgiving, middle game. Who you got?
High score. KC wins, probably field goal in the end again.
You don't sound so confident on that.
I'm pretty confident
Probably.
that KC comes out of this game with a victory.
Probably wins. Okay, Gobo. Who you got?
Dallas wins. Jerry Jones dies of dysentery from undercooked turkey.
Is that a thing?
I sure hope so.
Jerry, just between me and you, wait till the little thing pops up. Then you're good to go.
Just gotta wait for the little thing to pop up. Yeah.
No dysentery. Frankie, who do you got in this game?
Well, that's why they tell you wait for the little thing to pop up. That's one of the warnings on the bottle of Viagra. Anyways, I'm gonna pick Dallas here.
Dallas.
You got T.O. talking about how great Dak Prescott is. You got the Chiefs coming in thinking they're back in Chiefs Kingdom and we're gonna walk the earth and the referees are gonna, lick our ass. I'm just taking Dallas because they're at home. It's Turkey Day and it is the Jerry Jones show. And if the
So wait.
narrative,
Lick their. I don't. You're using this term in too many different ways.
well, it's no different than Big Dick and Trevor Lawrence talk.
No, that means he has a big dick. There's no other way to take it. When you say lick someone's ass, there's two different ways. Go ahead, Gobo.
Switch
Different
it
way
up.
of doing it.
I just wanted to say you didn't notice I had my finger up the last time, but after this last week, maybe big pick Lawrence
Oh,
Yeah, boogers.
because he was picking his nose.
He was.
I like it.
Thank you.
I'm glad that I missed your finger for that comment, though.
No, the viewers aren't glad.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments.
Did he find his booger?
Did he eat it? That's what I want to know.
Found a victory.
You know what's funny, Frankie? And just fuck you for a second, all right? Because, are you suggesting that you've never picked your nose before?
I pick my nose every day.
Yeah.
Every
What happens
opportunity.
if there's a camera on it randomly?
Yeah.
If there's a camera on me, I'm not going to pick my nose. And if
But
you're in the NFL,
you think he
usually
was like,
There's always a
Oh, it's
camera
all
on you
clear.
when you're out there.
all
should,
clear.
you should be. Should have your head on the swivel, man. Especially if you don't want to get made fun of twice a week by Frankie. I'm going to tell you you got stupid hair, get a cut, and now you're picking your nose. You're an
He didn't
idiot.
need it. He just picked his nose. Who cares?
Good for him. I pick my nose every day, just not on camera.
Because you don't go out of your house.
What if I started cranking at my nose right now, live on the show?
Then we
I'll
wouldn't
turn
have
it
enough
into a
time to get.
meme. I'll turn it into a meme opposite the Trevor Lawrence one.
Hopefully, it'll help you make better picks.
I think
Better
I did pretty damn good
picks.
this week.
Oh, dude. If I could just get a screenshot of that, be like, Frankie's picks. All right. All right, you morons. Let's
I was
move
like,
on.
internet, do your thing.
Yeah,
Internet be
algorithm.
internet. All right, guys. We got the final game, which probably sounded awesome on the schedule when you had Burrow versus Jackson. Is Burrow going to be back?
No.
There's rumors that he's like ready to play. I again am of the opinion that he should not play again this season. Just let him get healthy. But what do I know? I'm gonna pick Baltimore to close out Thanksgiving with the win. Frankie, do you agree or you disagree?
I definitely agree. It's the Bengals going to Baltimore, and Baltimore's playing to actually go to the playoffs, and Cincinnati's just trying to win a game.
Tio?
Joey B, he is starting. Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
Thought so.
And I desperately want to pick Cincinnati, but I'm going to take Baltimore.
Gobo, are you going to be the Lone Ranger, knowing that you don't have to have accountability for whatever you pick?
I mean, that is nice. Yeah, I have like diplomatic immunity here. No, I'm taking Baltimore. Are you crazy? Like, yeah, Joe Burrow's been on the sofa for 8 months, and like, also he shouldn't be playing. There's no reason to. They're not going to the playoffs.
He's gonna get hurt again.
Like in one play, it's going to be like Aaron Rodgers, his
Yeah.
first year with the Jets.
Yep. Womp womp womp.
God, that was epic. Guys, that was epic because this was before you two. That was epic because the host of the show was a Jets fan.
He was.
So
He still is. He's just not the host anymore.
yeah. Oh yeah, he still is, by the way.
He still is. I went to the bar with Jails a couple of months ago. Yeah, still pretty rough being a Jets fan.
Yeah, that's just garbage. All right, guys. This is a cool game. I wish this was on Thanksgiving, but it's on Black Friday instead. Maybe you didn't know that. Maybe you didn't realize that.
Black Schmide.
This is a good game, dude. And I'm glad that it's being played by itself so that you don't have to focus on 100 other games and I can just watch this game. Chicago at Philadelphia. Philly coming off a bad loss. Bears coming off a couple big wins. Like what this is maybe where we get a turning point with how we pick these two teams moving forward. I feel like if the Bears go into Philly and they beat Philly, like I can finally be like, okay, dude, you need to be like the Patriots. You need to be worried about the Bears if they win this game. I'm gonna pick Philly, and I'm not happy about it. Go ahead, Gobo.
From the mouth of dames. Yeah, no, that's basically the exact point I was going to make. Is this is the Bears show me game. If they win this game, I think they are a contender for that division. For the division, I think that they're definitely a playoff team. They're probably a playoff team no matter what they do. I don't think they do it though. I have to go with the status here. I'm going to take the Eagles at home. It could go either way. I really hope the Bears get flattened in this thing though.
Frankie, you seem dubious.
Philadelphia, they're not going to lose again. They're not going to lose after last week. They're going to go home, get things together. As boring as the win's going to be, it's going to be a win, and they're going to definitely beat Chicago at home. And it's Black Friday.
Tio, I'm going to assume that you have a nut sack. What I'm going to see now is if you have balls in it. The
Yeah,
three of us,
I definitely do. I think Bears lose 5 of the next 6.
okay, well,
Starting this week.
so you don't have balls. You're not picking.
I'll
them to
safely
beat Philly.
say 4. They're going to lose 4 of the next 6.
All right, so we're all on Philly. I was building up a big thing, and then you just kind of like popped my balloon before I could blow it up.
Phew.
But all right,
Moving along.
moving along. Rams at Carolina. I'm taking the Rams.
Oh,
Yeah. Do I need to explain myself? I don't think so.
no.
Go ahead, Frankie.
Am I going to be the guy?
No.
Am I going to be the one? The one that is right about my pick on this game this week? Yes, because I'm picking the Rams.
Tio.
Matty Stafford, league MVP. Give me the Rams.
I hate you, but I can't argue with that. Gobo.
Rams by a lot. Like, why even play this game? Like we could save everybody a trip and just
I mean,
play
I was
Frisbee or
I was hoping to see something from Frankie like this.
Yeah. Trap game.
Trap
His
game,
Red
but it's not a
Red
trap
Rocket.
game. They're gonna fucking destroy them.
Phew.
And they should. Let's go
The
talk about
trap game's the Baltimore game.
let's talk about this one. I think could be too. You mentioned earlier. You got San Francisco going to face Shador Sanders in Cleveland.
Yes.
Huh.
I'm gonna let you pick first.
I'm going to take San
Joe.
Francisco, but I really like Cleveland.
You really like them?
I would love to see them beat San Francisco. Yeah, I'd love to see the opposite of what you guys want. I'd love to see Sanders get down there and just destroy him.
Oh,
But I don't think that's
dude.
going to happen.
I would love that because then he can say whatever he wants after the game because he put another L in the column of one of my opponents. I would love that. Go ahead, Gobo.
Yeah, as much as I love the Colorado faithful, yeah, the Niners are just way better at everything. It's possible, which is crazy to say at this juncture, looking at these two teams' records, but no, San Francisco's got too much on defense, and the Browns are. I mean, yeah, they're playing for picks at this point.
I don't, dude. I honestly, I'll let Frankie go, but I don't think that you can tell Shador that he's playing for picks. Maybe picks.
That could be Purdy, though.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Purdy. I was texting my brother during that game, and I was like, he's thrown 3 interceptions, and they're still going to win. And it was still a game. It was like 9-3 or 10-3. I'm like, he's thrown all these picks. They're still going to win. Like, I was not at all worried ever in
That's
that
the
game.
thing. They could shut down San Fran pretty good, but San Fran just, I think, will 20-9 or something goofy.
Go ahead, Frankie. Who you got in this game?
I'm going to just pick Cleveland here. And it's not because of Shador Sanders. It's not. It's because I think Myles Garrett is amazing at defense, and I think he's going to be rattling Purdy all day long. I don't think they're going to be able to get Kittle open. I just think it's going to be a long day, and the fans are going to be pumped up. It's Cleveland, and they're who they wanted in there. I don't want to pick Cleveland. I really don't. But I'm picking them because they're at home, and maybe it's this. I don't want to call this a trap game because it's really not. But I'll take Cleveland.
This is the physical definition of trap.
You're picking Cleveland now.
This is the physical definition of a trap game, Frankie. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm picking Cleveland.
Okay, that's great. Fine.
Fine. It's a trap game.
All right. Fun. This one's really easy for me, you guys.
Jeez.
Okay. The Browns are at home. Shador Sanders' first home game as the guy that the people have been waiting for. All right. You've got 2 factors in this game. The front 7 of the Browns is going to be all over Brock Purdy. All right. And you've got a banged up secondary that's going to allow a rookie Shador Sanders to do things that he wouldn't be able to do against a fully stacked San Francisco team. I'm going to roll with Cleveland. I'm going to do it.
Nice.
And the thing that makes it easy for me is I don't want to pick San Francisco to win. It's that simple. I mean, call me petty. Call me Tom Petty. I'm with Frankie J on this one. So we'll see if I'm eating more crow next week. All right, guys. This game didn't seem that interesting to me long ago on the schedule, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. But now you got Houston with a little bit of steam. I think they won 3 in a row, right? Something like that. And then you got Indianapolis, who's coming off a tough loss. Jonathan Taylor has disappeared all of a sudden. And it hurts my feelings because I feel like I've been a really staunch defender of his so far this season. And T.O. loves it when I'm wrong. So go ahead. You get to make your pick first in this game.
Indy. I'm going to take Indy, but these games are always really close. I'm going to take Indy, though.
Division games are tough. Yep. Frankie?
Houston, because their defense plays nasty lately, and I think they get to Danny Dimes and they prevent JT from getting going.
I'm going to go with Houston also, and the reason I'm going with them, I know T.O. is going to be like, dude, come on. You fucking picked them to beat the Chiefs last week. The Chiefs were 5-5, dude. I had every reason to pick against them, except for the one point that you made about their back against the wall. But here, Houston, they are the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they showed it last week against a really tough Buffalo team. So I absolutely want Indianapolis to win, but I got to go Houston because they might turn Danny Dimes back into Daniel Jones. Gobo, last word, and your pick.
Colts. I'm taking the Colts at home. I say they rebound from that tough loss last week. I think, though, you're right about the defense. I think the Colts defense is pretty staunch, too, though. So I think that we're probably looking at a low-scoring game. probably ends at on a game-winning field goal. I just give the Colts the edge. But this is going to be either a very fun or a very not fun game to watch, depending on what kind of football you like.
All right, I'm making a note. Gobo said field goal decides.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that. I like it when people make predictions like that. All right, what do you guys think in the comments? Let us know. We're doing this for your entertainment, but we also care what you think, believe it or not.
Sometimes.
All right, I'm looking at this next game as it's written, and it just says no Miami. Yeah, that's how I feel. No Miami. So we got New Orleans going to Miami. Gobo, tell us why someone's
It actually
going to win this
says
game.
no MIA.
Right.
Like just saying that these teams, yeah, like that's probably talking about the fans that were supposed to come to this game. Yeah, the Dolphins are obviously going to win, but like, yeah, just what a dog shit game. Like, I just neither of these teams are interesting to me. The Saints have like no functional starters. I think like let me see the Saints versus the Raiders. Like that's a game I want to watch because both teams are so incredibly helpless. But yeah, the Dolphins are good enough to win.
Taysom Hill. All right. Let's see. Go ahead, Tio.
Give me Chan and the Dolphins.
I'm not giving you anything, but I'll let you pick the Dolphins. Go ahead, Frankie.
Dolphins.
Well, that's 4 for 4. I don't really have anything to say, but I do like saying Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
It gets harder to do with each passing year as he ages and doesn't ever get out of New Orleans. Dude, imagine having him on your team and like split backs Josh Allen and Taysom Hill on a direct snap. Who do you defend? You can't.
James
you can't
Cook.
call it. All right. Atlanta at the Jets. Guys. Frankie, this is killing me. These games, I mean, that's not a good game on paper, but I can't call it. I don't know. Go ahead.
Atlanta.
Why?
Well, they won last week, and the Jets are the Jets.
They won last week, and the Jets are the Jets.
Yep.
All right. Go vote.
You say get a bathroom break?
This one's tough.
Go ahead, Tio.
I'm going to take Atlanta too, but I could easily see the Jets winning this game.
All right. Good Lord, you guys. It's in the Meadowlands. Dare I take the Jets?
You should.
Remember what happened to me last week, guys?
Atlanta's bad too, though.
It could bring me back a game. You know what? I'm going to take the Jets.
Ooh.
I'm going to take them. They still have 53 professional football players on the roster.
John Michie.
Arguably, whether should be professionals or not. I don't know, man. I'm in the holiday spirit, so maybe the Jets can pull it off. And if Gobo finds his way back, we'll let him pick. But let's move on.
Moving on.
You got Arizona at Tampa. Both quarterbacks are going to be out. This is not going to be a fun game to watch. So I'll let Tio go first.
If Baker plays, I'll take Tampa. If Baker's out, I'm going to take Arizona.
I don't think Baker's playing.
Let me look real quick. They probably didn't say yet.
The most practices are today, so he's not participating. He's not participating in today's practice. He has a sprained ACL, dude. Like,
I don't like Teddy B. Give me Arizona.
Okay. Frankie?
I took Tampa Bay at home.
Really? Goodness gracious, dude. I picked Arizona last week, and they pissed me off. So I want to go Tampa. So, Tio, you may look brilliant next week. Well, you won't look brilliant, but you might seem brilliant based on your picks. You're still going to look like you.
True. Teddy B is just, I can't trust him.
Brissett, you can trust.
Yeah, a little bit more.
He does make a lot of good throws, make a lot of completions, just not touchdowns, really. All right. You got another one that I'm going to call first. You got Jacksonville at Tennessee. Clearly, Jacksonville should win this game, and I believe they will. Frankie, what say you?
Jacksonville. Because Tennessee sucks.
Can I put you down for Jacksonville, T.O.?
Yes, you can because they're better.
You're better.
Be better.
Wait, what?
These wide receivers should eat in this game for Jacksonville. Whether it's
Yeah,
Frankie
dude.
J, Parker Washington. Should be a feast.
Yeah, I just saw Tennessee up close for the first time, and it did not look great. I do think Cam Ward is going to be okay. There's just nothing there right now. There's nothing around him.
That DK looks good.
He does. But still, I'm not thinking that's enough.
Nope.
All right, guys. Then we got Minnesota, who picked J.J. McCarthy over Sam Darnold. Let Sam Darnold walk for what really Seattle signed him at a very, very affordable deal. So they're coming to Seattle for the late window, first game of the late window on Sunday. I'll go ahead and say I don't see them as a threat at all. And here's why. Upon hearing that Seattle's defense was what they were, J.J. McCarthy decided that he has a concussion. And that means third-string quarterback, I don't even know his name, will be starting his first game with less than a week of practice with the number ones. It should be another boring bloodbath, but I'm here for it, I guess. You got to play the shitty games to get to the good games. Go ahead, Frankie. Who you got?
Seattle.
Do you want to give me a
They're a better
score?
team. I'm not giving a score. I just know they'll win. They're playing against Minnesota, and they're at home, and they're playing pretty lights out right now. So,
T.O., give me a score.
I mean, if I'm taking Seattle because I'm sure as hell not taking Max Broswer or whatever the hell his name is.
Okay, you know his name.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to say that the score will probably be Jackson Smith, the Jigba 35, and the other team not much.
Can we give him 10?
15 in a weird way.
15. All right. You heard it here. All right, guys.
JSN gets 150. He's getting 2,000.
I would say if he gets 200, then he will. But
Okay.
I mean, he's going to have to
200's
have
a
a
lot.
game. I mean, you're not far off. I think your prediction is great. I'm not, but I'm like, I will absolutely say that he gets it if he gets 200. Like, just because it makes the average go down to like 75, which he's gotten every single time.
Yep.
So, all right, Las Vegas at the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers. Frankie is also going to take the Chargers.
yes.
T.O.
Chargers. Give me some Hampton back, please.
You guys are boring. I mean,
So are the Raiders.
I'm saying that looking at myself in the camera as well. So, all right, guys, this is a biggie. Buffalo at Pittsburgh. T.O., I want to let you go first. Go ahead. I don't even want to preface it with anything. Go ahead.
My gut says Pittsburgh always beats us, even
Well,
when
they
they
don't.
play their backups.
We played them in the playoffs last year and beat them.
Give me the Bills.
Frankie?
The Bills because they have to win. And Pittsburgh is not going to have Aaron Rodgers. They're going to have Mason Rudolph, who's not the most horrific backup quarterback on the planet, but he's also going to be playing the Buffalo Bills, and it's the Bills, and they got to come back and win. They have to win. I'm tired
Two
of this
things.
shit. They're going to win.
Two things. Pittsburgh has to win also.
Yeah, yes.
and it depends on which Pittsburgh defense shows up. That's what it is. Is it
Bingo.
going to be the one that's middling and can't find their ass from a hole in the ground, or is it going to be the highest paid defense in the NFL, looking like the highest paid defense in the NFL?
It's gonna be the
And I'm going to
highest
bet
paid
on
defense.
Buffalo. I'm going to bet on Buffalo again. But holy shit, guys! If Pittsburgh wins this game, you guys, I mean, I know you'll still be here, but you got to be feeling real bad if they lose this game. And I hope they don't. I hope they don't. Because I got no love for Pittsburgh. All right. Denver at Washington. Denver, obviously, I'm picking them because I think this will be like, what, 10 in a row? Crazy.
Yeah, Denver.
Crazy.
Taking Denver to you?
Oh, for sure. This is a Bo Nix bounce back here.
All right. We're all there. There's no teams on bye week, guys, for the rest of the year. So we can throw that out. All the teams have had their bye, and we're in the home stretch. This is the last game of the week. Monday Night Football. We got the Giants, losers of 6 straight. 3 of their last, they've lost their last 3 to NFC North opponents, all by 1 score. All right?
Mhm.
It's a primetime game, which the Giants have split. Remember, they lost to the Chiefs, and they beat the Eagles in primetime. Now, that was with Jackson Dart, right? So then you've got the Patriots, who are 2-0 in primetime. They got 9 wins in a row. Actually, you know what? I think they both have a bye week after this week. Is that true or no?
Yes, they do actually. Yes.
So I lied to the crowd earlier.
Liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Frank. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. You should be called out when you lie directly to people's faces.
Sorry, people. Leave in the comments if that hurt you or made you feel away. Because people shouldn't lie.
I mean, I've got a tear rolling down my cheek right now.
Shouldn't do that.
So here's the last thing I want to say before I let Tio pick. The Patriots are 10-2. The Giants are 2-10. Different trajectory for these teams. The New England Patriots could really put themselves in a great place with a win and a Buffalo loss. Almost don't want to talk about that. So go ahead and give me your pick and any comments you want to have as we are shutting down. Tio?
New England.
Yeah.
I'm taking New England. I think the running back runs all over the joint in this game. Trayvon Henderson. And I think New England wins again.
Frankie?
As much as I hate it. Well, go ahead.
No, do you agree with him?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, it hurts to say that I think New England might be partially back. As I said earlier, could this be a fluke? Could this be the real deal? I think they're going to win this game, and a lot of it has to do is that you got a 2-10 New York Giants team coming in that they're all banged up. They're with an interim coach. It's going to be a hot mess for the Giants that night. So yeah, that's an easy pick for me. As much as I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, it's weird because I've had a love-hate relationship with the Giants since we had Jass on the show. He was just like overconfident they were going to go 17-0 every year, and it was just really super annoying. I was like, but now that he's not around anymore to make me feel that hell, that was my NFL, was having a guy that just thought the Giants were going to win despite being the worst team in the NFL like 3 years in a row. I like their draft, dude. They drafted amazing. And I hate that Scadaboo's out. I hate that Dart's out. But and Neighbors, dude. I mean, ouch. Holy shit, dude. How could anybody even pick them just with that list of injuries? So I'm with you. I'm New England, but I would love it. I would love to see an upset on Monday Night Football because that's the only thing to me that makes this game worthy of the Monday Night Football moniker. All right. It is 6:00. I want to say we appreciate Gobo being here and then promptly saying, fuck you guys, I'm out. TL, I love to hate you. Frankie J, go ahead and plug your show coming up here in a few minutes. And thank you guys. Happy holidays. Have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week. Go ahead, Frankie.
Yep. Everyone, thanks for being here. Thanks for the repost. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for Dobo joining us here for a little bit. And go fuck yourself too, Gobo. Anyways, just kidding. Thanks for being here. T.O. and I will be back in an hour, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over at RAWW Raw Live on YouTube, Facebook, and where else? Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So we'll see you in an hour. Thanks for joining us here. Anything else, James?
Lock and load.
We're out.
This was a Loch 22 production. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.